What's up guys, welcome back to another episode. We are going to be doing something very exciting today. I've been wanting to do this, just searching around looking for the right product. What I landed on was a 24-ounce Chapin brand fertilizer injector. And the way that this works is inline with your hose. Your input, comes in through here. It pulls your liquid or granular fertilizer out of this and sends it on down the line through your irrigation, sprinklers, drip system, whatever you got. So very excited to get this hooked up today. I have never hooked up one of these, but it seems pretty straightforward, so let's do it. All right, so I want to show y'all what I've got set up so far. This is just a pretty simple splitter system. This is a 4-way manifold, so I can water up to 4 different zones, turning these on and off. That way I don't have to move less sprinklers and hoses and everything else. I put this up as a board to mount all of these different things to. And then this up here is my 15-gallon sprayer. This is a portable, like it could go on an ATV. I used to use it on the 4-wheeler or put it on the trailer for the lawnmower. But I haven't been using it because I've been wanting to get this system, the inline fertilizer injector, hooked up here. I'm hoping maybe I can figure out a way to incorporate this tank into this system as a bigger reservoir for the liquid fertilizer. I'm not sure if we can do that or not, but I don't know. We're going to do some research. We're just going to start with the simple setup at first. All right, so I'm gonna start by unhooking all this stuff. And the main reason for that is because I'm probably gonna have to move it. The way that the system works is this is the out. So this really needs to be up here, and then this needs to move to about here. So it's going to end up being something like that, but I've also got the backflow preventer valve that I've got to add in, so it may end up shifting even as far over this way. That might be perfect right there. So yeah, we got to take all this off. I had to put that little piece of wood behind it to space it out, to give it some space off the wall. So we've got some pieces here. This is called a backflow preventer, and what it does is only allows the water to move in one direction. And the idea is that you don't contaminate your groundwater with the liquid fertilizer flowing back down your hose or irrigation line back into your well. This is ran off of our second well. It's not our home well that we get our drinking water from and all that. You can drink this water from this well. It's totally fine. But I still wanted to put this on, even though we don't use it as our main well, just in case. I don't want to have any issues with groundwater contamination. So it was recommended online, so that's what we're going to do. So we'll dry fit everything first. Okay. And then this will be the end. This is a brass double connector, 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch. So this will be our inflow. This hose So I'll need this. This is called a pipe nipple. You can make sure your flow is going the right way. It's going to come off of that hose. And this piece is a double swivel female connector. It'll get threaded on here. Probably come back with some plumber thread and plumber's tape. So we've got our flow. This is the hose right here. Will be what hooks into this. Okay. This will go into the other side to give me another hose. Let's see if I can make this better. All right, so what we end up with is inline. I gotta pull this off. So your end hose comes in here, flow through here to the inline fertilizer. So there you go. That's your unit right there. You know, something like that. I gotta go look for some plumber tape. Alright, so it's of course I had this is primer and then PVC cement. I had some and didn't get any at the store at Ace Hardware, and then I got home and was getting on this, and yeah, it was all dried out in the barn. It was about 2 years old, and I'd used most of it up, and they'll dry out like that, so I had to go back. But before you glue up anything, you know, you always want to dry fit it and make sure you got it the way it's supposed to be in the direction and everything else, and make sure it's going to work out where you want it. Yeah, that's going to be it right there. So I brought a couple nails out to, I'm just going to hammer a couple nails to let this thing hang on. A little bit more Teflon tape where it's going to screw into this port. Okay. So there's the system. Hose in from the irrigation, the well, through the backflow preventer. Picks up the fertilizer out of the tank, back out to the manifold that goes out into the garden. All right. So now I'm kind of just got to hook everything back up, glue this because we know it's in a good spot. So we'll do that. I'll probably end up securing this so it's not just hanging. Probably put a wire or something around it. We'll see. A little shelf maybe, just to hold it up. Okay, glued up. Okay, so I'm pretty pleased with the install. It was pretty easy, and I don't even know if I need to add anything. It's got some play to it, but it's really fine. It's not pulling or anything like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and hook my hoses back up so we could test it. So I'll leave that one unhooked. So I'm actually going to put this valve here so I can I'm going to add a valve so I can turn this on right here. All right, everything's off, so I'm going to go turn the water on. All right, so you take off, if you want to do the granular fertilizer, you take off this cup, and then it's got a insert in here with some fine mesh, and you fill that up. I'm going to do liquid fertilizer right now. Make sure the O-ring is seated. Straw goes down through the middle. Yeah. So it's also got a fillway at the top. You can unplug this and pour your liquid fertilizer in. But I think I'm just going to pour it in here. So I think I've talked about this in the past. This Alaska brand fish fertilizer. It's really smelly and good stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and fill this thing up pretty much to the top. That's a milkshake. That milkshake right there will bring all the boys to the yard. I don't know what kind of boys though. We'll screw this back on. It's nice and tight, and I've got a hose on, so that's good. We're gonna put some pressure on it. Got some leakage over here. But that's all right, really. I'll probably have to take that fitting off and figure out exactly where it's leaking, but here's pretty much the setup. So inline, flow valve, fertilizer down into the manifold, which goes out to the garden currently. Watering this zone. All right guys, well that's gonna be it for this week. I just wanted to show y'all the new toy in the garden. That is gonna be that fertilizer injector. That fish fertilizer has got a really pretty strong odor, so I'm waiting to see. I'm gonna watch and wait for this sprinkler to go for a little bit, and I'm gonna wait to see if I can smell that same smell when I spray it with the sprayer, and that way I'll know that it's getting dispersed through the lines and through the sprinkler system. All right, y'all, we'll appreciate you tuning in, and we'll see y'all next time.